Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana. Today, we're going to be checking out the Albion side of things, the Barbarians. For those unaware, when you start the game, you can choose to begin in Latium, in the sort of Roman theater, or in Albion, a sort of Celtic theater. By choosing Albion, we can focus more down the path of Celtic tradition to produce unique goods, or lean more into the Romano-Celtic hybrid. There's unique fertilities and gameplay in Albion, such as managing the marshland. I think you can even drain it if you are playing the Roman style. And then you can deal with all the local NPCs as well as the local pirates here that are unique to this region. And of course, the two regions are accessible together eventually when you start exploring and trading between them. But for now, in this demo, we just get a taste of each theater on its own. So without further delay, let's begin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the misty shores of Albion. Takes me right back home to my Celtic roots in Ireland. Misty, waterlogged bogs and heavy rainfall, you know, harsh landscape generally, and a little bit of a Celtic flair to the music. That was always present in my childhood memories. Now, we're a bit time limited here, right? We've got an hour in the demo. The demo ends on the 16th of September, by the way, which is a notable date. Why? It's my birthday. So 16th of September, if you want to play it, that's the time limit you have. You don't have to pre-order the game or anything. It is free to go check out on Steam. You do need Ubisoft Connect in order to boot the game, which is a problem for a lot of people, as always, but it is what it is. Now, because I'm on that time limit, we can actually speed up time, and the time limit doesn't matter. That is independent. It's just demo time, not game time. So we'll be fast-forwarding in the game a little bit in order to kind of get ahead of what this time limit would otherwise mean if it was part of game time. Now I'm just going to get building straight away with a woodcutter, put down maybe 3 of these, and that will give us, you know, a little bit of a foundation of construction material. 1, 2, 3, and then a warehouse, I guess, that will connect to these. So they're 1-to-1, they take 30 seconds each. So just build this straight up here. I'll connect you across to your little buddy. And you as well. So they're 1-to-1. So this one will feed that one, this one will feed this one, this one will feed that one. Something like that anyway. And then they'll feed their construction material, which is timber, into the warehouse. So we are set. Now, we'll just continue to build the roads up somewhere up the valley. And then maybe we'll do a perpendicular cut in here and into this little valley maybe. Something like that, just to create some sort of organic, interesting layout. Look at this, by the way. Look how good this looks. Looks so nice. This is max settings, max graphics, 1440p. If you want to know my spec, it's in the description. Generally speaking, though, RTX 3090 and an AMD Ryzen 9 5950X, I think? 32 gigs of RAM. Alright, so let's send our ships north. We're going to go find some NPC islands and see some of the NPC characters. I want to talk through a bunch of the mechanics a bit more in this game, just so everyone's on the same page. And we'll be doing a lot of talking about the UI, because people have real problems with it. And I gotta say, I have no issue with it, and I feel kind of weird because I never would have thought that this was a problem, and for a lot of people it is. But we'll talk about it a little bit later. And then trust me, I am a very while I love the Roman setting, people who know me for years know that I started my YouTube channel complaining about several Roman games, and you know, I hold them to a high standard. So it's not that it's like, oh, he likes Roman games, he's going to go easier. It's quite the opposite. But generally speaking, I didn't have a problem with the UI. I actually quite like it, and that's why I'm really shocked to see such a visceral reaction from people. But anyway, we'll talk about it later. Right, so let's get our households built. Kind of wanted to build just a bit differently, so we'll try to brush ourselves up against the edges of the borders here. I'm not going to go diagonal against them, because you can't well, maybe in certain parts like there, yeah, but not everywhere, because we can't really fill the gaps very well. That'll be locked off if we do that. So let's do this instead. Alright, so let me just cut this little bit of the road. I won't spend too long on this, because obviously time is against us, so we can't like beauty build like crazy or anything. But that should be fine there. And we'll cut this in. And cut this across. Something like that would be totally fine. Okay, I'm just kind of randomly placing these down just to create a somewhat, you know, interesting, hopefully, layout that looks kind of cool. And with the gaps, we'll fill them with ornaments and things if we have any gaps left over. Alright, so that's a good amount.
New land.
I'm just going to clear these dots from the UI, actually. So we'll just have a look at our waders. We have cockles and eels that we have to start building. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Alright, is that enough? Yeah, I guess we could build this road down this way maybe now. And if we keep that distance, we should be able to put houses in that side as well. So there we go, something a bit different, right? Kind of. Alright, so let's get started. So if we have a look at a standard residence, we can see their population and then their actual workforce. So the workforce icons are obviously up here, right? These are the waiters. Their workforce icon is a bit strange. It's just like swamp marshland. And then their population metric, that's a bit irrelevant. It's mostly to do with your, like, checking your city status and stuff like that. So we don't really have to worry about it too much, but it's basically there. It's to do with, like, your population. All right, so what they need is food. We can determine how we deliver the food. They have two different needs for food. One of them is cockles, and the other is eels. So we could choose either or provide both. We're going to do both because early on it's quite easy to do both. And we still get both benefits. So that's the cockle building. Easily placed down. So this is our construction menu here. So we have roads, houses, the warehouse, general construction materials, but these will always be available on the bottom of the screen anyway. And then tools, which are also available on the bottom of the screen. So you could probably lose these two if you really wanted to declutter things. If you scroll, you get to the next tier, or you could just click it. Just like in Anno 1800, this was usually placed down here, and this was placed up here. So it's no difference, except for these have an icon now. Previously, it was just the text that said farmer, worker, artisan, etc. Now we've got an icon, and we click it, and we see the things that they require, and we can build them. Pretty good, at least to me, but, you know, it seems to be confusing for people. Or people just don't like it, which is totally fair, if you don't like the aesthetics. All right, so we've built that building. It's next to the trading post, which acts as a warehouse anyway. So this is going to wind up, and as it winds up, we'll get our things delivered. So we're going to speed up time now, which will give us a little bit more timber in the background. And then we'll also get our cockles and things. The next thing will be the eel grabber. So the unique thing here is you can't build it anywhere, right? It's like, oh, what do I have to do with this? It's got to be placed on marshland. So the marshland out here and out here can have the eel grabbers go onto it. So we'll just place a standard one close to somewhere like this is probably fine. Yeah. Why not? Oh, and I'll move it forward a bit, maybe here. And then as we build the road going in, it actually costs planks because it's raised. It's like a little dock, you know, above the marshland. And then they'll wade around with those like sticks and stuff. Really cool. Love it.
I am Voada of the Skaha.
Aha. That's who I was looking for. We have Voada. So Voada is one of the coolest islands I've ever seen in an Anno game. It's basically a Total War Attila hilltop. Listen to that music. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. And then, yeah, you have this kind of round, you know, you can only imagine, like, sending troops up, like, breaching through the gates and getting further up the hill. It's very Total War Attila indeed. I mean, obviously it's realistic or historical, but, you know, it just resembles that game to me. Now, this is Voana.
They will have warned you not to go north, but here
Rome rules here. You
another
wench.
pesky little Roman.
I'm sorry, Voada. So Voada is the pirates of this region, and what I mean by that, she's hostile to you from default, right? So if we go into diplomacy, we could actually end up trading with her. We've got all people talking to me at the moment, but we could end up trading with her. She's really negative towards us at the moment, so that's not going to happen. You could give her gifts, sweeten her up, and then eventually, if you make her happy enough, we could start to trade with her at her harbor or get quests from her at her lighthouse. But for now, we're just going to make tracks and get out of here because she's not friendly, but I just wanted to show off that island. I just thought it looked really, really super cool. All right, we'll head back, let our ship continue, and we'll speed time back up. Now I've got 21 construction material. We didn't hook this up yet. Let's just bring that all the way in. We'll bring this up this way as well. Maybe we could join it in like that. There we go. Cool. And then these guys need a warehouse. We need a warehouse. So let's get them one. So we'll put that outside their zone of control or their circle, just so we don't interrupt their build process at all. Really nicely, we can see it's 180 out of 140 marshlands. Very clear, you know, how many grid spaces that they need in there. So we could maybe eat into this side a little bit, which is what I intend on doing. And maybe they need to be pushed out further. We'll see. But that's eels. We've got eels. So with eel comes a second food requirement. Not that they needed it, but having it will give us more population and money. Next thing, public services.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
So let's go with a market. So the market will fit just about in there, or in, yeah, let's go here. Really big radius on this. We could probably push it out to about here and still hit all of our houses. So that seems good there. The Bard's Hearth is a smaller building with less reach. So, yeah, I'll tuck that in to the left, actually. It seems totally fine. It could probably go even further back. Maybe we'll try here and see if we can squeeze things in more naturally
Our scouts have
on either side.
new land.
We're also going to need a warehouse. So we'll put the warehouse in just across from the bard thing. Probably logically doesn't really seem to make sense there, but it'll make sense for now anyway. Alright, cool. So there we go. We can check that building really quickly. Obviously, time is just a little bit sped. Actually, I'll slow it down when we zoom in. That makes the most sense. So you can get the most natural-looking animations just to see how things are going. So this, effectively, is like a place of fireside community where songs, stories, and news are shared at the governor's expense. And then this one is the market. Self-explanatory. Isn't just there to feed and swap horses. It's the only place to meet for miles around. Now, one of the cool things in this game that we don't get to see really play out is the cosmetic tool. If we click this, we can actually see they built in a whole framework in their UI from being able to swap skins of buildings and then rotate them even from here. So it's quite cool that you can do that. You can do it anyway by just pressing some hotkeys. But in Anno 1800, that functionality was sort of added in, and it was really finicky in the cosmetic tool. But it's nice to see they've now got like it kind of figured out for, I guess, future DLCs and things.
Where would souls want
Now we could buy his eel for 400. Or send him, seize his goods and just make him angry for an hour. We've only got an hour, so I'll just buy your supply. It's cool.
Glad such dilemmas don't fall upon me.
Tarragon is one of the other guys. I respectfully will say hello.
Of course, you must be the new governor.
And we've just met someone else. We've met
I'm
Manx. So
Blade wiped clean.
I'm looking for his island, actually. It's probably just somewhere in front of it. Oh, there it is to the right. We'll head over there and we'll have a look in just a moment. Just going to flick back to my island now. And just make sure we're getting the next few things done.
Little beauty.
Next thing is reed, shoes, and tunics. So we have it unlocked now here. Once it unlocks once, it's there forever, obviously, in the UI. So reed shoes. We need reeds and shoe weaver, a reed gatherer. So we'll start... I'm in the wrong marshland, sorry, my bad. Here we are. Gonna build it somewhere close to the warehouse, like here. All good. And then we need to fill this in. So if we press middle mouse button, we can go diagonal. If we press it again, we actually get a brush tool that lets us just kind of brush the area. Now with reeds, it's like not laggy. The frame rate isn't dipping of the game, but it has this like delay on painting. I think it's just because we're doing it on marshland. When you do it on farms, on the regular ground, it's like so smooth and a really, really great feature. It's like one of my favorite new features, to be honest. Alright, we'll just go to somewhere like that. That's fine. We're going to build another one of these in a moment anyway. Let me just get rid of that section and that section. And I'll just put this in as temporary mode. Blueprint or whatever. And then we'll do something with that later. Alright, cool. There we go. That's done. Looks really nice. They're going to be able to gather reeds from that. And then they need to feed them into the shoemaker, right? The shoe weaver. Now this actually gives you income and health. Oh, sorry, no, it doesn't. That's what it does when you give it to the people. But the area effect of the building gives you happiness. So you can put it out here. It fits on the marshland, no problem. But it doesn't need to be. It can be placed on land as well. So some buildings have dual positioning. They can go on marsh or not. And then some are like mandated that they obviously have to go on it. So ideally, marshland is... It's a resource, right? You don't have an infinite amount of it. So you should probably try to keep your buildings that don't need to be there away. Now, we left some gaps here in the center of the town, conveniently. So yeah, and our warehouse is here too. So we'll throw in the shoemaker here, why not? Michael Shoemaker. Shoe weaver. And that had pretty good range. Yeah, it can reach everybody right now. So we'll upgrade it. And then we'll try to fill this with some ornaments when we've got a bit more time later. Let's speed up time again. I've already lost 15 minutes already. I'm so slow. Okay, next thing, tunics. So we need a hemp farm. I'm going to stick the hemp farm in at the back of this place. We could probably go in further back, actually, like there. And another one maybe next to it, just in case. So this is what I was saying earlier. We'll try to see if we can paint this a little bit more smoothly. I'm doing it around like that because I really want this one to be able to be free and get out. So let's try paint this one as well, actually. Yeah, it's really smooth doing it that way. It's not laggy anymore. Yeah, I love it. Okay, cool. And then this one, we'll just finish that off. So I'll leave space for the roads. And, let's see. How do we want to do this? We could have a separate road going up that way. Not that yeah, I guess we could try to use that silver mine eventually. So we'll just do this. And then you'll need this. Oh, I don't think I'm going to fit it all in. Excuse me. Oh my god. No, I didn't. I can just about, actually, though, if we do this instead. Perfect. All right, great. Did it. Why would you ever do this? I don't know. I just thought I'd try to do something a bit more creative and fun. All right, so we've got 2 hemp farms built in there, and we still have access to the mountain slot. So in this game, compared to Anno 1800, you just have generic mountain slots. So we have copper and silver available on this island, and this could be either. We can choose whatever we want it to be. So we can make all the mountain slots copper, or all of them be silver. The island's mountains have that fertility, either way. All right, nice little organic town coming together. Love it. And that should be them pretty much sorted once we give them the spinner. So much like the shoemaker, this also gives you a little radius effect of increased money. And it actually affects even production buildings. So I'll stick it somewhere like here. Now those hemp farms, they should be able to reach the warehouse. Yes, so we're still good. No problem. We can actually see their little carts speeding down the roads to get there, actually. Alright, cool. Nice. So that should be the waiters completely sorted. Let's have a look back at Manx's island real quick, and we'll speed up time even more now while that's happening in the background. So I don't know much about this guy, you know, his story or anything like that, but let's have a look.
If it's metal or horses you're after, I might actually be of some help.
He's kind of got like a little West Country accent, almost partially Welsh maybe.
Ave Rector Provinciae?
7 tons of reed shoes will give us 1,075 money. Or collecting some crates. Let's go do the reed shoes.
Have you need of us?
And then we'll come back. With that money, we'll buy some items from him and put it into our, Governor Villa. Alright. Next up, do we need more
You
houses?
must be the governor. My name. What a
Just
pleasure to
Pop
meet
her
you.
away.
I am Liz.
She's just one of the other Governor Islands. She's in the old world as well. Not everyone can be in both for some reason. When you start the game, they can get there anyway, but by default. Let's extend this out this way, and we'll put in a batch of houses this side of the tavern and market. Now, we can make a triple road here if we wanted to even that out. And then this can have its route behind it. Yeah, cool. Not the most optimal, but, you know, something a bit more interesting, perhaps. Alright, nice. How's our timber? Timber's pretty good, actually. City status, we're now a small town. Cool. Alright, we'll just keep building more houses, because there's really no reason not to. And we'll slam a few of these in this way. And maybe... not really sure what we should do at the back of this place. The market being surrounded by trees is kind of unusual. I'll just nudge it in that way. We'll fill this with something else. Again, ornaments will save the day here, I'm sure, and make this look a bit better. But now we'll just gridify it, because life is just easier when we do that. Alright. Now, we can check our production statistics and see how are we doing with everything we built. So we do have enough tunics, we have enough eel, we have enough cockles, and enough reed shoes. So we are totally fine to cater to all of these different houses. And they're building up now, and they can level up already. So let's do it. Now, this is the unique thing here. We can choose whether we go Romano-Celtic or we go Celtic. They're kind of more focused on the knowledge side of things. They have brooches, bird tongues in aspic, and hand mirrors. Or Celtic, and we get cheese, cloaks, and chariots. Now, obviously, these things are probably going to be needed back in the old world. Oh, not the old world. In Latium. And maybe some of these will be too. So it's kind of about what do you want to go with for the island. Now, eventually, you can actually get both on the same island. But at first, you have to kind of choose one or the other. I need to play more. I don't know how I feel about that. It's cool to have, like, be able to choose one or the other. It's maybe strange to have a hybrid. I don't know. But we'll see.
Living on the edge.
So, we have the smiths.
I think you know that bothers me.
So we've
What you
unlocked
just did.
Wattle and Daub. He wanted me to Romanize. Yeah, so let's start with Wattle and Daub. So the next kind of construction tier resource that we need to get. So we need more reeds, which is why I had it ready to go, the second one here. And we'll just pave this out. So we don't need to use the brush tool here because it's pretty straightforward. It's really mostly helpful when you're doing diagonal building, I find. So something like that's probably going to be fine. And we'll just extend this further out. I'll extend this further this way. Now we can have a look at this building. I did eat into the radius here a bit too much, right? So we can bring this maybe a bit further back. About there. And then just connect that over. And that should be better now. So we're at 162 out of 140. So that's fine. Okay, cool. So the next thing, a mud dryer. So we'll get a mud dryer in there. We'll get another one ready to go here. And then they need a laborer's yard. This will actually require the smith workforce, right? Now, if we went with the other style of building, we would have got mercators. So we want to avoid that radius a little bit. Maybe here? About there?
There is a shortage of workforce.
Shouldn't bother them too much doing that. And we can maybe put something in sideways here as well.
You seen the chief? Don't go telling me tales.
Alright, let's just close these. So that's our mud dryers. So they're just obviously like clay pits they're digging out of the marsh and then drying it, I guess. It is raining, but you know. And then we have our laborer's yard. Should we do more than one? I think one is probably enough for now. Now, the the smiths are going to need cheese and beer for their actual needs. And we've also unlocked charcoal in terms of getting some of the other production going for tiles and the like. So, cheese. So that's going to be an ox farm. We can build this out on the marshland. In fact, it has to be done on the marshland. So we'll start maybe... don't think we can really do that. We could start maybe sideways. I'll tell you what. Just cut this little bit here. And I'll build this down this way. And we'll get the ox farm maybe here. Just for now. And then we'll start building out its modules. So... can only fit really one on that side. We can nudge this forward just a tiny bit. I'll just throw a few of these in at the back, why not? Doesn't really matter. Nothing is permanent in this settlement anyway. Alright, let's get the ox farm going. Oh, I can't build that. I need wattle and daub. So yeah, let's speed up time so we can actually get that production going now. Did I build everything for that? Yeah. We're just low on the actual amount of smiths we have. So let's upgrade our workforces here. We've got loads of them. So we'll do this block here, and maybe these guys here. Now, this is one of the complaints about the game that I've seen, and I actually totally agree with this. It's very hard to tell these houses apart. So we have these ones are the smiths, and then these ones are not. They have slightly different colored roofs. Obviously, it's getting dark now, so let's just go back to, like, dawn. See them at peak brightness. And it's like, yeah, I can kind of tell, but it's really not that clear. So I would maybe just tint some of these a bit brighter if you could. You know, it's just visually not that clear. Similarly, we've got buildings that feel a bit more Roman because they have the kind of terracotta tiles. Yet we don't have that production built or anything yet, so you would need those for the other houses and things. Well, for their industries, I guess. So that feels like kind of out of place. So, but you know, maybe it'll have a skin later. I don't know. It has default skin and its rotation, etc. But I'm hoping that we can have a truly Celtic-looking settlement without like little Roman buildings, if you want to go that direction. By the way, our ship, we'll pull that into port.
Begin.
And we'll just check our quest. Deliver 7 reed shoes. Hopefully we've got enough now. Alright. Oh yeah, we've got our city watch buildings. So let's get them. The Vigiles. So that's going to be fire protection, basically. So we'll throw them down. We need tiles for that, so we can get tile production going. So we'll start with a charcoal burner. Maybe somewhere up here in the dense woods away from everybody else. And connect that to here. I'm going to go up this way with this. And they need a mud dryer as well. Oh yeah, I was going to build 2 anyway. And then a tiler, 2 tilers. Now these have a negative to the buildings around them also. So let's put them away from everybody. Just for now. And we'll stick a warehouse in the middle. And then we'll get 2 tilers. So, yeah, one there, one there. So they should be able to deliver the excess mud that we're getting out. Upgrade that. And we've got the wattle and daub now. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Ox farm is now built. We'll slow down the animations and just have a nice clean look at the details. I don't know why they have to be built on the marshland. You know, I'm no historian. But I feel kind of bad for them. But, you know, it is what it is. In Ireland, actually, I guess there is a bog literally near me, and there are cows in it from time to time, but not all the time. So there must be something to it. Alright. So, they were needed for what? Cheese, of course. So, we need a dairy. Now, a dairy is going to increase happiness again. Our happiness is actually through the roof because of what we've already built, but we could throw it into the town somewhere as well. You can always move houses, but I'll just put it on the edge. We've got good enough happiness that we can build other things around it rather than moving things right now. Still can't build that because we need the tilers to be functional, so we'll just have to wait for those. But we'll build a dairy now. The warehouse is going to be super busy. Soon we should be able to start getting knowledge. Yeah, we can't do it right now. You could do it a bit quicker if we already had Romano-Celtic. By the way, if you want to see me play this demo one more time, but choose the Romano-Celtic path, just let me know. Drop a comment below. Do whatever it takes on YouTube so that YouTube knows that that's what you want. Because it would help greatly. And then I'll do it. We'll just do another quick playthrough and choose a different path just to see what the differences would be. Yeah, let's build that again. And bring that down. Right, so there's some additional housing. And we'll get some additional housing down here, why not? And again, if we need to clear any of these, no biggie. We'll do it. Tell you what, we'll move those over just slightly. I could bring a road down that way then. So I believe the condition for getting the dual, like having Romano-Celtic and regular Celtic, is you need to reach tier 3, but we can only get to tier 2 in this demo. They've locked tier 3 out. So we won't be able to see that today. Which is why I said we could play differently just to be able to see them. So the recreation ground is the next thing. We need more wattle and daub, and then the phantom. So let's go back to our ship and see what we can do there. So we needed like 7, was it, or something? Let me just double check before I make that mistake. 7 reed shoes, yep. All right, we'll go to consumer goods. Reed shoes, we got 12, so we'll just set this down to 7. Grab those. And off we go. So we'll head back over to Manx. Drop off our contract. Do we have a timer on that, actually? I don't think so. No, not that I can see. Or unless it's at the warehouse itself. Nope, just says you can cancel it. But 1,000 gold, yeah, for doing that. Happy enough. We're making money now, which is good. Not much, but it's better than nothing. Still can't build that. Our tilers, are they not running yet? Oh, they're producing their first sets of tiles now.
Hard day's pay.
Excellent. Alright, cool. Hide that. One thing I can agree with the UI is that when you click something, and then you click off of it, or right-click, you kind of expect that to kind of go away, and it doesn't. That would be something I would like, because you do have to re-click it to get rid of it. So, minor little thing there, but I would agree with that. Next thing, so yeah, recreation, we can't do these. I'll just click these to get rid of the dots, because it's just showing me because they're new. Oh yeah, we've got military buildings now, the barracks and the palisades and all these different things. Weapon production. And I always do that, sorry, my bad. The Governor Villa. Oh yeah, we should get this actually. Gives us a nice big radius to all of our stuff. Putting it even just down here, maybe at the center of that wide road, would be most of the benefits we need. So let's do it. Half civil benefits, half production benefits, you know? Some say I'm a bit of a pro gamer. Some say. Let's speed up time. Alright, so, and there's our construction materials. So yeah. What else? So we can't really, not much else for us to do, really. Health is kind of poor, but we're just waiting on building up tiles if we're going to get any of that stuff. So we can focus back on our ship for a bit. What's the name? The Rix Maurice. This is Lucia Ma's island. She's already got like a tier 2 trading post by the looks of things. And she's got like some contracts and stuff herself.
They all can't wait for the caravans to return.
Collect 3 crates, 5-star difficulty.
Days. Spiced cakes.
And we get a dramatist. Sorry. 10 tons of cheese. And we get an item as well. Wow. These are pretty good. 10 tons of cheese. Let's do it. Let's see if we can deliver that to Lucia Ma. Alright, here we are.
Horsemen, begin.
We were pretty down in the mouth before you showed up.
Alright, let's go to the very south of the map, because there's another NPC we haven't met yet. Oh, we've got a little quest here.
Governor, story goes a star fell out of the sky, hereabouts or thereabouts. Stars are made of metal that's proper class. Always wanted to find some. Give a hand.
This funny, this region tends to have a mix of Irish, Scottish, Northern...
Star down there,
sorry.
the waves.
Irish, Scottish, Northern Irish, and then like West Country. Like I said, I wasn't fully sure if I've heard Welsh. But the Romano-Celts, I think, are the more Irish ones. Construct the building? Yeah, let's go. Governor Villa.
Describe your own guards before someone else does it.
Alright.
Ere, there are 2 gentlemen here to see you. Unless, that is, I am seeing double.
Yeah, so we always get this
Okay.
quest. So let's just choose one of these. Choose one of these. All right, I'm ready to make my choice. So basically, we get this one, which is workforce needed of warehouses is reduced and loading speed is increased, or actually loading speed is increased, or the upkeep cost is reduced. Yeah, we'll go with the Brutus one, unfortunately. But I think reducing workforce is better than
Only
upkeep
time
costs.
will tell.
Now, let's slot you in.
Let's
Bonk.
work together.
And that's just going to affect that one and this one, because that's the only range we have right now. But basically reducing the workforce, so only 2 are needed. I think it was 3 before, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, it was 4. Okay, so dropped it by half. It did say that, actually. Find anti-diver near the harbor of Cair Melode. Okay, we'll come back for that in a bit. Is our ship, where is it now? It's just sailing south against the wind. Alright, we'll rotate it back around and get reorientated here. So let's just check the statistics again, see how we're doing. So we're low now on tunics. We're good for cheese. That's what I'm hoping to sell it. Eel, cockles, and tunics. They're all low. So let's get them bumped. And it looks like reeds were kind of becoming the same as well. So cockles, let's get another one. Place it in on this side maybe. Let's get another shoemaker. So build another one of these. I'll just paint this out, why not? Alright, fine by me. You're operational. This is going to be a busy warehouse. We want to get that technology soon that can upgrade it. Just going to go triple speed now. Yeah, we want to upgrade this as well. We're just missing a little bit of tiles. Come on. It's still not ready yet. What were the other things we needed? So that's... Oh yeah, the shoemaker. Let's get that built. So second one of these, shoe weaver. We can throw that in here actually. Shouldn't affect that other building. And that will give money to all of the surrounding ones. Was it money actually, just to be double sure? Oh no, it's happiness. The spinner, the tunics is the one that's income. We can also fit this in, can we?
Fabius Gemellus
No.
Corvinus, Procurator.
I'll turn this one out this way
You
then.
must be the newest governor. Mars knows we need help.
The spinner, that's the one we wanted. Oh, can this not be built on the marshland? Oh yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Damn, okay. So we've already got a bunch of the money unlocked here, as we can see, but not on this side of the town. So yeah, we'll just throw this in somewhere here then, I guess. That means I can put the happiness buff back on where it was. Cool. Okay, so if we have a look at the statistics now one more time, we can see tunics will be okay, cheese is still good, eel was the other one I forgot to do, and cockles is fine. We're not making beer yet, shoes are okay. Alright, let's go with eel. And that needs to be a bit further out. Yeah, sure, we'll just stick it there for now. I don't think I'll be building further out this way anyway. Alright, cool. Do we have enough now? We can get the Vigilés. It's going to help with fire safety. So we're actually really good for island fire safety, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised actually, because normally it's really negative, but 1 is doing us wonders at the moment. Right, so we should have enough tiles now to get the recreation ground. Yes, we do. So I think sticking it somewhere in like there would be nice. It seems pretty big actually though. So maybe just next to the villa then. It's got a huge, excuse me again, radius. Alright, recreation ground. Bonk. It's only needed for the tier 2s. So if we keep the tier 2 town houses out this way, which by the way I have masterfully done. They all have it actually. Yeah, we should be golden. So that's totally fine. One thing that's slightly annoying, right, is that we have these half grids. A road is 2 of these, so I call them half grids, even though they look like 1. And what you can do there is like, there's not much you can do. You can put grass in there if you want. Let's turn off that mode. So we could put grass in there. I don't think we can even fit trees. Oh no, we can. Okay, that's good. But the walls can't be put in there. They're too big. They kind of look like they can, but they just don't fit. So could just do a wall of trees, or you could simply just extend the road in, and then it looks a bit better. But I kind of hope we get... Oh, it's just the way it's always going to be, isn't it? It's like you always want a little bit more, but like smaller ornaments or wall ornaments that fill those like one tile gaps, because I feel like I would have a lot of those. Anyway, our ship came across the procurator down here, so let's have a look at him. So we have, again, contracts available down this way.
Home of the Second Augusta.
He's looking to buy sausages and trousers and porridge and wine. And then he's got like a little Roman fort going on here, which is awesome. Look at that. Look how good that is. It's like, this is what I wanted in Rome 2. 12 years ago. Or 13 years ago, however long it's been. And instead we just got like an empty hollowed out fort. But this is like so cool looking. And we have like the, you know, the prisoners of war. We have like the little forges and stuff where they're making weapons. They're building like siege weaponry and stuff like that. Onagers and the like. An elephant of all things. Love it. I just think it's super cool. And it's very like Cliffs of Dover type little mini island there. Anyways, we're gonna head back, see if we've made up that cheese yet. And then we have to go find the thing here. Yeah. 10 tons of cheese to that. Yep. Alright, so when you get there, let me know. We actually don't have that functionality in this game, thinking about it. Which is really annoying. I really missed that feature. Oh, by the way, look at this. Absolutely nailing it. I mean, we're not making any money, but other than that, things are pretty good.
Remember,
and our
some you want to forget.
waiters are pretty much ready, so let's go. So what else are you missing now? Okay, well, you're almost good. You're 2 out of 3. The interesting thing here is this provides 1 bar, but if we did trousers, they would provide 2 bars. So you need 3 bars. You could literally do trousers and shoes, and that'd be it. You'd be done. Right? That's 3. Or we could do trousers and torques, and we'd be more than done. We'd be like oversupplying, just like the way this gold bar is filling up. That means we're oversupplying. Because we're not providing beer, but we are providing 1 extra bar from the cheese. Now, oversupplying, I don't think it really gives you anything extra. I mean, obviously you get things extra from being in there, but I don't know if like this gold bar means anything other than just telling me we've gone over 100%. It's like double filling up. But I think that looks great and looks really cool, but people seem to have a problem with that as well. I don't know. I don't mean to be running defense for the game, but it's just some of it, I just don't see it. I'm like, this seems good to me. I could understand maybe the tone or the theme of the game being like fairly blue. It's like there's marble accents on things, you know. We've got marble here, and you have kind of art and stuff built into like crenellated and artistic edges that are spinning around. Like, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, that's like how it was in Anno 1800, but Anno had 2 different colors. Maybe that's one of the bigger things. You had that sort of parchmenty color, like that beige off-white color accented with purple, and that did look good. I do prefer the parchment for sure. So if you brought that back, I'd be pretty happy, and just keep the marble like top. I'd be cool with that. But I don't really have any love for the purple, and nothing's really screamed Industrial Revolution about that UI. So that's why I've been like, do people just want like marble and stuff or something? I don't know. Now let's see. Oh, cool. Drinking horns, clan shields. I've actually haven't looked at any of these other things that you can get. We've got 22 minutes left. Okay, we're not doing too bad. What was I looking for though? We wanted to sell, I've already forgotten what it was. I'm so bad with that. Oh, it's cheese. Cheese. James May would have had me covered.
Have you need of us?
Alright, so consumer good, cheese, and we needed 10. So we'll give that to her, and then we'll get an item back and we can pop it into our villa, and then we'll see if we can go buy some items from some of the NPCs. So if we just have a look really quickly down at the procurator. What's his name? Corvinus. He's got Beneficarius, affects ships, puts things together at unparalleled. Workshops in range are reduced. Kitchens in range. Gatherers in range. Kitchens in range.
Your people are ailing.
Oh no. Yeah, we didn't build any other things. The Medicus. So you can't build a Medicus out in the water. You could build one here and it'll slightly affect them, but really it's to do with the health of the household. It's not really the, like, you don't need full coverage everywhere. It's interesting, like, we didn't have negative. It's just it's on a timer. And that's something I really am not sure I agree with.
There is a shortage of workforce.
I feel like once you're in the positive, you shouldn't have a chance of getting sick. But that's just how it reads to me. Like, that's how I would, my gut reaction would be like, oh yeah, if you're positive, you're good, right? But no. Anyway, we'll throw this down, and then it's like even longer time between accident or whatever, but still. And then a city watch building. This could maybe go... I feel like actually the medicus could maybe go here. City watch there. Not the best looking actually placements. Some of these should probably go in the town a bit deeper. It's because their radius is like way over on the mountains. But it's all good for now. We're low on workforce again. Is that because of bad management or something else? Did we run out of something maybe? No? No, they are super happy. By the way, this is the UI for upgrading to one to the other. But we can't do that right now. If you click it, nothing happens. Wow, that was the loudest thing ever. Yes.
You shall have a prize.
Alright, let's bring her back and we'll get some extra research. Oh yeah, we're still not doing that.
Against me.
That's the most inefficient thing I've done so far, I think, which is stop not getting research at all. So we need... We've already got this, the recreation ground. We need the Phantom. This could definitely go inside the town somewhere. Damn, there's nowhere to put these things, though. Built my roads too tight. I would have to do a serious pause and rework is what I would do if I could pause the game, but I can't really. Let's do that for now. We have to choose a god. I'm just going to choose... So there's all these different gods in this region. Minerva, Mercury, Lungus, Epona, and Cernunnos, but they have to be unlocked. The cult of Cernunnos has to be unlocked in technologies. So we can't use them straight away. So we're starting with probably Ceres or Neptune. We'll go Ceres. The effects like farms and stuff. So that's going to just build up to whatever amount that we had. Is it 50 or is it going to go higher? No, it's 121. Yeah. So we'll get the second benefit. So 20% strength, which means 20% productivity for the entire chain related to bread, porridge, beer, olive oil, and grapes. So that's something that will make us money if we do the beer chain. So let's do that. Right. So we'll start with barley. I'm just wondering... Yeah, this is probably fine. Let's start somewhere here. Now, that's going to be 1 minute. This is 30 seconds, and that is 1 minute. So, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
That pot misses some.
Alright, let's
Come all
do
the way out here.
painting out this way. Love that. So we're at 93 out of 120. Let's just paint it here. Cool. Paint this one. Gonna be a bit messier and quicker now just to get a few things done. Alright. Get that malt house opposite them and get 2 brewers. Now the brewery makes money as well, so I'll stick one of them in the town. Deep in there. The interesting thing is the service buildings don't have range that follows roads. It's just whether or not you're in the radius. So you can build a road whatever way you want to get to them. I actually quite like that. Brewer. There we go. Alright, it's nighttime again. These guys are still here. I don't understand what I was supposed to do.
Have you need of us?
Let's drop that person off. Because the quest says, find anti-diver near to the harbor of Caer Melode. And that's where we are. Clicking it just like kind of looks there. Near to the harbor.
Gently, gently. You won't like us breaking our stone gods.
I don't know if she's on the harbor or like in the water or what. Maybe I should read it. A smith in one of your cities claims she knows about a fallen star lying somewhere nearby. She'd like to try forging something with it, but first she needs to find it. The smith's aunt, an experienced diver, will help with the search. Maybe I just need to click the...
We watch, we wait.
I don't know. I'm probably doing something dumb. There's someone just standing waiting there. That's the people who make cockles. But I don't see anyone else, so... No one's highlighting. There's no icons above anybody. A diver. Anybody look like a diver? I'm against the clock here, so I don't really have time to wait and find out. I'm just gonna have to assume it's... Oh, here? There you are, hidden in the trees.
Manannan hid the star under his cloak. Trouble is, half the rocks around here are named after bits of his clothing.
Okay.
Take my aunt around to a few of them and have a look-see, would you? Can't hurt to try.
Alright, we'll take her to these diving
All in
locations.
due time.
Auntie Diver.
The wind is at our back.
They call that spot Manannan's Shroud. Out there but glittering flakes, though. Can't do anything with that.
Need to fix that.
Ever at your service.
Okay. Last location. And then we'll head off and see if we can get another item. So, what did we get? We got another item a minute ago. Vessler. Victualers in range? I don't even know what that is.
Governor.
There was one building that got
Can't
affected
make
by it,
tools
though.
out
The
of
brewery.
thin air.
You're waiting on the malt. Oh, yeah, you never got a warehouse up here. My bad.
That's the one. Manannan's Shawl, they call the place.
Oh, we found it. Whatever it
Suppose
was.
That's not far off a cloak. And sure, wouldn't you know it, there's a fat chunk of metal down there on the seafloor.
Can you go get it?
Trouble is, it's too bloody heavy for my poor wee aunt to shift.
Oh, we
We'll
need
some
rope
manner
and
of
timber.
contraption to do the job.
Okay. I don't think I can get rope in time, but we could try. I think you just need hemp. And that's the quest target. Okay. Rope. How do we get rope? I actually have no idea how we'd make that. It's not really something I have, is it? Oh, here we go. Shipbuilding gives you rope. So that's going to require hemp farm and rope maker. So just really quickly, how much hemp do we have? Oh, we've got 32 on the island. Oh, nice. We can make a little bit then. Or just try.
How about I show you the ropes when it comes to ships?
Ha.
Spin you a yarn?
He's just full of jokes. Alright, cool. We didn't look at these other things. So we have sheep and a weld crop in order to make trousers. We brighten it back up. Sorry, I know it's quite dark. Man, I'm loving this. I just wish I had more time. Alright, let's just slam these down. Let's get some sheep. Let's see if we can produce some trousers. 1, 2, 3. Cut that across here so they have access to that. So it is 30 seconds to 1 minute 30 to 1 minute. I can't even, I don't know. I can't do the math on any of that. I'm just going to slam these down and hope for the best. Okay. So that one's obviously the one that's fine. This one's fine. I mean, ultimately, it's all fine. Yeah. And this gives us income and health for making trousers around people. So good for them. I find it kind of interesting. We never really got any technology. Trading post improvements is what I would have wanted. Or warehouse organization. I guess we'll start with that. But our research is only 37 per minute. So that's like going to take forever. 2 hours. I thought for sure that we had a different way of getting technology. But I guess it's just based on the Romano. Oh my god, I forgot about this area. My god. It repairs itself, but you can repair it yourself. It repairs itself, sorry, but you can repair it yourself if you're looking over things. My bad. They were all diseased, right? And we fixed, I mean, generally, we've made people extremely happy, fairly healthy, good prestige. The fire safety is going down a little bit, and the workforce is fluctuating a bit because I'm probably lacking something I'm not paying attention to.
Bright beads and a fine ring I made.
I'll just have a look over the statistics again real quick and see anything else we're missing. So we're all good for all of that stuff. Even shoes will be good, and trousers are coming in next. No, I think we are okay actually then.
Have you need of us?
No. You can just do this. And by the way, we could turn off these buildings.
More feet in the slurry.
Oh, the hotkey doesn't work anymore. It used to be F. We'll just turn those off to get some workforce back a tiny bit. And let's see, can you get your stuff? How do I give you your stuff? Oh, we needed, probably need a certain amount of ropes before the quest will activate. 6 tons of rope. We've got 3. Okay. Meet your emperor.
Back on its feet
Hello.
won't be easy. The Legion has a saying: if your attack is going well, you're walking into an ambush.
Let's see if we can buy anything. It's 100,000 purchase
Kissing me
price.
cheeks, I like it.
Religion and economy. I really wanted technology if we could find someone with that. Obviously these re-roll though. Prestige, workforce needed for gatherers in range. And then these ones are extremely expensive. You're re-rolling in 1 minute though. I'll head down here.
Never trust
Could buy a
gallant
ship, I
slaves.
guess, and just see if we
A
can
free rower
wait for
will
something
defend
good at either
himself
place.
and your ship.
Yeah, they're both refreshing at the same time. So whichever one has the better one, we'll just go with them. Alright, how's our industry out here doing? All fine. We're making those trousers now, hopefully, in a few moments. Oh, we're making the trousers down in the town. Again, see if we can have a bit of a look at it. Time is a bit sped up at the moment. We'll just slow it down briefly. Love it.
Don't touch my hammer, alright?
They're making their first batches. The next thing then would be torques. So I didn't actually really look through this too carefully.
A gift from the sea.
But drinking horns. I think the better way, I'm kind of tackling one by one. The better way to do it would be to tackle one for each category and then fill out the rest probably. So you can just level up quicker. But all good. So yeah, drinking horns. And then clan shields. So drinking horns, what do they require? Ox, which we do have too much of actually. A tin mine. And then a horner. Alright, let's get a tin mine. Pop that in there. Next to where the hemp was being made.
Can't get that kind of stuff here.
So tin is 30 seconds, and the horner takes 2 minutes to process one. It needs 4 smiths. We've got that, and the maintenance cost is negative 12. It's nothing. It's nothing to me. Gonna place in a second warehouse, because I feel like that one is gonna be totally overloaded if we don't. So you're gonna wait to get your tin, and we've got 16 ox in storage. Now, another one here, copper mine. So the copper mine could go there. Ooh, big negative on that, actually. I didn't really check that. What was it? Health negative 2. And what was this one? Does that have a negative to it as well? Yeah, same thing. I didn't actually clock that. This one's further out, though, so it probably wasn't as bad. Might have hit a couple houses. This one's much worse, though. Alright, lesson learned. Maybe don't build next to the mountains. You're happy now, are you?
Bashed you together a hoist of sorts. Tow that over to Manan and Shoal.
She assembled a hoist. Okay. What does that mean? Did we get an item that's a hoist? Or is it something for the ship, maybe? I have no idea. I'll pick up the hoist. Okay. My ship's not here, actually, at the moment. I've only got 7 minutes left. Let's speed up time. I was going to buy an item.
News from the capital.
Do you have anything new
Been a
for me?
while since a ship made it through.
Economy. Workforce needed for kitchens. Ship repair speed. And workforce for extractors. I don't really want any of that. So let's just head back.
Begin.
And the other island near Manx. We'll just have a look. Does he have anything cool? All buildings in range get extra health. All buildings in range get extra income. Now we're talking. These are the things I actually want. Research. Victualers in range. Reduced. Okay, yeah, that's not really important to us. Well, let's buy the ship.
Can't see your hands in front of your face.
We watch, we wait.
And then we'll
I know
buy
little of sail
the
and oar.
item that gives us money.
I hope I don't make you uncomfortable.
No, you don't make me
The
uncomfortable at
wind
all.
is at our back.
Alright, where's our ship? It's almost here. Oh, it's
Oarsmen,
actually
begin.
stopped. And we're going to pick up our hoist and see where this leads. Collect the hoist. Yes.
Have you need of us?
Now we go back out to the thing. Somewhere over here. And see if we can hoist it up. Hoist up this starfall or whatever. This metal. That's cool. It's a little trident.
Ever at your service.
What do we got?
That's done the job and
Silicium.
all.
Bring it
Bring
back.
that big, beautiful boulder back to me now.
Hidden under
That's the
Manon's
star I'm
shawl
talking
till your
about,
hook
not
dragged
my
it
hand.
out. Made of star stuff, but aren't we all? That's a beautiful... That's poetic, how that was written. You know, I tell you what, we're going to downgrade a couple of these houses. As great as they are, I keep losing workforce on wagers. We don't have any health problems again or something, do we? No. It's just bad management from me. There's a couple more. They should have pretty much what they need.
Have you need of us?
This ore blows anything I've seen before
What'd you give me?
out of the water. Aye. I can smith some proper cracking stuff with this.
Ever at your service.
What does it do? It's just a unique item, a quest item, a fallen star, a gift to the gods. Helped forge this blade. Diana might be interested in this. Oh. Well, unfortunately, Diana's not in this region. But, cool. What have you got for me?
Should have all the aid I
Yeah,
can give.
sure. Thank you.
Worth a try.
And then we'll drop off
Awaiting your command.
this lady. One thing I wasn't doing at all was selling the stuff at my harbor, you know, to see if we could make some passive income. Because he's coming by and trading with me. I haven't actually been telling them to sell anything. Alright, we have her. So let's throw that character in here. It affects all buildings in range,
Dominus.
is what it says. All buildings in range, income +1. So I'm just going to take her out for a second. Oh yeah, no, it is working. I'm just surprised these aren't being lit up.
Dominus.
Dominus. Excellent. Right, we're making money now. And then you get guest houses that allow you to increase the amount of specialist slots. The more prestige, I think the more radius you get. So yeah, before we are going to wrap up this video, let's talk over a few things. A few questions I got while I was streaming it before is, can you check how you're making money and stuff like that? So for instance, if we select income, we can then see where all our income comes from. So if we go to waiter residence, we can see public services, food, fashion, and effects and specialists are giving us money. So the specialist is giving us 176, more money than any of these individuals. So we're getting that 48 from the actuary, so she's obviously in range of 48 of the households. Then the brewery, hosier, and the nearby spinners. So we have these 3 buildings I placed in the town, and their radiuses are touching 50 houses, 28 houses, 50 houses, and that's giving us a bunch of money. And pretty much all of our money is coming from those effects and proximity effect bonuses. We're getting a bit of a riot, are we? Let's see. Oh yeah, these are starting to riot. Now I saw riots happening down at the docks actually before. We have City Watch right here. I'd say mobilize if you can. Oh, they're already busy. Now, one thing I don't know if it happens in this game, and I really hope it does, this is the things I'd be mad about, is if we don't see them actually like rioting through the streets. When I was streaming, I had riots at the docks, and they were all kind of lined up at the docks, but you didn't see them like moving down the road to the next buildings. They do that in 1800, and it's awesome. So I would love to see that kind of thing here. Like a massive troops moving. There was tons of people, but they weren't moving. But hopefully they do in this game. Right, our guys are going off to deal with that. Anything else that's a problem? By the way, you know, happiness. Look how happy we are. Should we be having riots at all? I don't think so. 500 happiness seems pretty high. And it says incidents, little unrest, up to 4 buildings. And it's true. We had 3 that just kicked off. And it says like in an hour and 53 minutes, this will happen again. Not a fan of that, you know? I just don't... Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. I'm overreacting. Like, I guess our guys are getting to it, and it's fine. But what if we had it? What if it happened out here? We can't put anti-riot police or whatever out here. You know, we can't do that. So they could just riot or get disease, and I can't get to them. So I don't know, guys. Don't know if that's a good thing. So that'd be my feedback there about that. It's like if you're a positive, maybe over 100 or over 200, some metric, that frequency should stop. In my opinion. But, you know. There must be a reason that they thought that it's needed. I'm sure it's not just a flippant thing. They must have thought about it. Anyway, these guys just kind of arrive, and then they're quelling it, just like they do in 1800, right? We have this little thing here. Now, if you leave it for long enough, they do throw torches and burn buildings. I've seen it happen. Well, that's not happening at the moment. Could get down there and see what's going on. Like beating the crap out of someone in there, probably. Could do my little jump, freak him out. Get out of here. That's a way to get rid of them.
Right, you are.
Oh yeah, production was paused on those buildings as well. How weird. Why would they riot? Because I took their jibs.
They'll never understand us lot.
The health of the building is getting worse, and they're trying to like kick down the door and they're burning it a bit. I think that's how it goes anyway. How much time do we have left? We've only got a minute now, but I think that's going to really have to be it. So, how did we do? I got most of the things fulfilled here. We never actually got the drinking horns. Why not?
Give me something to work with.
You didn't get your tin. Oh, inadequate fertility. Alright, we don't have it on this island. My bad, it's true. We had silver and copper. I just assumed Albion tin, but it must be island dependent. Just have a look around the other islands really quickly and see. There's granite deposit out on that one. Yeah, I didn't actually explore around the other islands too much, so I don't really know. But I can't find it. We do have pony saltwort barley. Maybe some of my other neighbors have it. No, not really. They must start with the same kind of stuff. 15 seconds, guys. I guess that's it. This was the town. Pretty happy with it. I think I did an okay little run. Little showcase of what's going on. Had lacking workforce the entire time, but we started making decent money by the end. 300, that's okay for a Celt run. So, with that being the end, unfortunately, let me know if you want to see more, if you want to see this run pretty much again, but we go down the Kelto chain. Or sorry, the Celto-Romano chain, so the hybrid chain. We could do that. It's not that different, but I could focus it so that I actually make sure to fulfill all their needs. Because we can get this one out of the way and say, like, the foundation would be the same, right? The tier 1. So I wouldn't re-explain all that. That'd be fine. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. And just want to say thanks as well for all the support in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, for Anno 117, it was focused in Latium. It was the first hour of the game. Kind of similar to this, but just showing you Latium. And it did really well. So I just appreciate people who maybe liked the video, commented, and brought in a kind of a new audience to help find, you know, get that video recommended and help new people find it. So really, really does help. So thank you. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for me. I really hope they lift the time limit, or they just send me the game or something, because I would just be, I'm dying, chomping at the bit to play a little bit more. Let me know, by the way, what you think about the UI. You know, don't let me color your impression. If you find it bland, that's totally valid. You know, I think it's, everyone's opinion is their own. I find it quite functional and I quite like it, you know. I really don't really get it, why people are so upset about it, especially after 1800. I think the UI are quite similar between the two games. People act like they're completely different. The things that I don't like about the UI, I could do without these floating up here, and the way those quests are not housed in a window, whereas everything else is housed in a window. Not a fan of that either. And things should collapse when they lose focus, right? So when you lose focus, as in you click off of them or click away. I had a couple things open there at the same time, and that can clutter things. So they should really lose focus, I think. Unless you had a little pin icon that you're pinning them, you want to literally keep them open. But beyond, those are, to me, very minor nitpicks. I wouldn't change the styling at all, really. But, you know, if a lot of people are unhappy, they probably should. Alright, well that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new, because I'll be playing 117 like nobody's business. I'm thinking of what I'll probably do in the future is stream an Albion playthrough and do videos on a Latium playthrough. I'll do 2 different playthroughs, and I think that'd be kind of fun to try. Alright, well that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.